Welcome everyone to another episode of the Train Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Tonight on the Train Studio Update, just talking about the little section by the house and some of the details around the house and kind of a little bit of feedback on the thoughts that you guys have been putting forward. And I think basically I'm going to give you the go-ahead with what I'm going to move forward with here over the next evening and into tomorrow. And tomorrow I hope to pretty much button up the whole project. Just putting the corner bits on here, they should actually be dry by now, so I can go ahead and do, let me just do a live reveal here of this corner. Just bear with me here while I try to do this with one hand. Alright, so as you can see, a bit of flecks of dust in there. So as you can see, or maybe not, just the corner beads are on there. Like I said, they're just a clean look, but does give it a little bit of added protection on the corner, and that's on all the corners of the project. So not enough to take away from it, but you know, a little bit of function with that. Today I was working on a little bit of the ivy, so you can see I did a little bit of a creepy crawly bit over there. I'm just going to put the grass on tonight right here. I was just waiting to figure out what I was going to do for the inside of the courtyard, so that was just holding off on that. I added one little piece crawling up the wall there because I just felt that it needed to have a little bit right there just to unify the walls, because I am going to do some of the crawly bits up on the wall here. What else did I do today? I installed the step area and did that whole thing. So I put the grass on either side and a little bit in the front, but I wanted to go with more of a mossy cover growing up through here. So there's the stones, and then there's the step that I installed. So from a distance, you know, it just sort of unifies that little spot, fills the gap in. I do have a little bit of gap along the bottom of the building here. It's not really a gap, it's just where the building meets the table. So I want to do maybe some flowery bits in here. So I may just do some patches of flowers and some tufts and stuff growing up just along the edge there, kind of that one little small section, you know, could be unkept. I might even do a little bush underneath that. I may just grab some clump foliage and kind of tie a little bush in there just to kind of you know, finish off that edge. The fence is not glued in, but that's where the fence is going. You've seen that. And then likewise right here is going to be grass, a lot of the ivy crawling over, and then I may use a few of the bushes and tufts along here as well. So for inside the courtyard, what I'm going to do is I did a little sample section of the dirt, just kind of matching up. It's not going to match perfectly because it's not supposed to, but the same sort of dirt technique to go in, and I just sort of extended that right inside. I'm actually going to further extend that through the side of the building here. So what I went with and what you guys had commented about is I really like the wood pile. I like how that looked, but I figured I wanted to kind of make this like, you know, somebody was working and then, you know, suddenly the Canadians started infiltrating the backyard and moving up through the building, and they just sort of left what they were doing and hightailed it right out of there. So I've split enough wood in my life to know exactly what this scene looks like. So here, you know, you got your chopping block here, so I put some of the logs, but then I actually split them, you know, because that's what the person was doing. I put the bucket there for, you know, they were maybe had some water kind of thing, where they were in the process of, you know, watering those plants later on, or I figured these barrels over here may be a way to collect some rainwater, so that would be the reason they were there. Kind of fills the center without really filling the center, like lots of areas for the guys to be placed still. I'm going to go ahead with the flowers and the veggies kind of in that flower box. You guys seem to indicate that was sufficient to go there. What else did I do? I felt that the ladder in the tree kind of just really created a focal point without taking up a lot of physical space, so I like that there. I'll attach that there. And then somebody suggested about a dog, and I love that idea because I love dogs, and I've had dogs my whole life. And so what I did is I set to scratch building a doghouse, which took me much longer than it should have, but I built it again like a doghouse is built. So and then I just did the chain there, and I just have the link not snapped, but, you know, sort of unclipped. So I figured the person, whoever lived here, you know, while they were getting out of there, dogs are a man's best friend, and so they just basically clipped the dog off on their way out, or, you know, on their escape. They just took their dog with them, so the dog's kind of you know, I didn't want anything negative to have happen to the dog, so I figured an empty doghouse was a much better solution. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the dirt patch out here around this area here and around the wood pile, so a heavy traffic area. And I'll probably do that with the mud, because that's basically going to be, you know, their livelihood. That's how they basically heat their house. So in the summer, you know, late fall, they're kind of doing a lot of the wood cutting. So I'm going to have this here well cut, and then around the fringes I'll probably do like a tan color grass, just to indicate kind of dead fringes, and the wood will kind of be half on, half off the dirt piles. And then what I'm going to do is probably just leave grass here. So, like, you know, the garden's been traveled but not that heavily traveled, and I'll use some like, again, some tan color grasses in here just to indicate a little more worn patterns. And then over by the dog, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a circular pattern of the mud, or the dirt, sorry. And then I'm going to have another dirt pile right around the door, but in between there I'm just going to have a transition area of dead grass, because anybody who has a dog on a chain kind of knows that they work around the perimeter. So I'm going to have that area quite warm, and then, you know, right in front of the house where they're traveling in and out, but the rest of it's just going to be kind of a grassy patch. So that's kind of the idea, and I think I'm going to go with that. If you guys are really objectional to that, let me know. And if you guys agree and like the ideas, or have some additional ideas for that sort of line of thinking, let me know, and certainly post comments. So the process now is going to be to remove all that stuff and start laying in the dirt, and then hit the grass. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned, and I'll get another video up tonight, I hope. And if not, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.